Okay, this is a two-part video. It's related topics. So first of all, I want to say I apologize. After getting too excited, I directed my entire educational videos on my YouTube channel to have an overarching theme of all black people should get a college degree. That was not my intention. I had intended to talk about college a little and direct people going to college to only go to win. As an architect personality, sometimes I let my passions about a topic take me away. In affirmatively, intentionally designing a black community, I had agreed with several of my colleagues that the base of the black community should be skilled labor. I had even written out a script talking about skilled labor, how much can be made across the nation, intentionally going to vocational school, not as a punishment. Do they do that anymore? And psychologically evaluating yourself, being honest with yourself to determine if you want to go to college. With a large base of skilled labor in the black community, which is what it was before MLK got through with us, we were very successful. Comparisons were made of the black community's income and wealth versus white income and wealth. They were comparing apples to oranges because the majority of black income was tied up in manual skilled labor compared to a huge chunk of white income being tied up to business. You can't go back and look anymore, but I bet if they compared apples to apples, I'm talking about skilled labor, black and white, they'd find black and white income to not be different back in the 50s and 60s. So I apologize for hammering on college. Designing a robust black community starts with skilled labor, technical college, and then business on top. By the time we get to business, most of the hard work is already done. So, if you're not making $30,000 a year, go get a skill. All praises to skilled labor. You can make $100,000 a year from having a skill. You can be a truck driver, just getting a license. And I stopped a truck driver and he said, you can go to a company where you drive for the company and the company will pay for the whole kit and caboodle, the license at the school, everything. So look into that. Now, the ideal person for that is single, no kids, no nothing. Okay, what am I saying? Let me wrap this all up in a nice little bow. You do not have to go to college. And I said, if you do go to college, only get those degrees in engineering and science. That's it. There is no reason for you to go get women's studies, social study, none of this, social workers, no, none of that. I had my sister of all people tell me, but I really like that. Who cares what you like? Go read a book about it. You don't go to school, pay money for that junk. That's garbage. You're setting your life up for failure. But I really get such empowerment from it and so inspired. I don't care. You know what? Why don't you watch the Lifetime movie channel? Go watch Oprah. You'll be so inspired all day long. You know what? Go look at the Red Cross stuff. How about this? Go volunteer for Red Cross. You'll be inspired all day long and you won't be living in a shack. I won't have to fight the roaches to come over and sit down at your dinner table. And I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding at all. Don't go to college and get a stupid degree. Why? Because there's millions of idiots going to college to get those stupid degrees. And there are millions graduating. And when you get out, you will not have a job at all. How many bartenders have a college degree? Versus the majors that I told you to get, they are begging for, and here's the kicker. 50% of the people who are getting those degrees are from Africa and Asia. And when they get those degrees, where do they go? Back to Africa and Asia. We don't have the engineers. So literally, they teach these people and they go poof, gone. Now, so I say you need to think about your future. And my advice is, think hard. Do you want to sit in class for 4, 5, 6 years, working really, really hard, getting out of class, studying really, really hard, going to after-school tutorials, going to study groups with the serious students, not getting drunk on the weekends, not having sex with whomever, like all the other people. Oh, this is the party school. No, that's not going to be you. That's not what you're there for. If I have to be your internet dad, let me be your internet dad. You're not going to school for that. That's garbage. $2 trillion. $2 trillion. School debt. $2 trillion. It is outrageous. And the government guarantees it, which means that you can never get out of that debt. It's unconstitutional. It's all sorts of stuff. It's unchristian. It's unconstitutional. It's un-Jewish. I mean, anything that you can look at that has some sort of like moral background to it, yes, that includes the Constitution. It is immoral. $2 trillion and you can't get out of it. And I'm telling you, no women's studies, no African study. You want to study that crap? Go to the damn library, sit up in there 12 hours a day. You can study it all day long. And you'll probably be super smart about it. You'll probably learn more than the people who are actually going to college. Because those are blow-off classes. You can get A's, B's, and C's in it without even paying attention. You don't have to rack up some debt for that. Now, let's talk about the second thing. It's much more practical, much hits home. So the conclusion is, if you're going to go to college, go to win. Follow my advice, follow I hope my house isn't burning. I got that heater on over there. Follow all of my college videos. Do not go to college to be a failure in life. Go to win. That means engineering. Black people should be knocking down the damn engineering gateways. We should be tearing up the damn science building. We should be in there like friggin' the Mongols, the Mongolian horde coming across Europe, raping and pillaging. What is it? 50% of the white world is Mongol, has Mongol blood in them. Directly tied to Genghis Khan. We should be up in the science and engineering departments like that. We didn't come to destroy. We came to succeed. That's the only reason you should go to college. Period. Now, if you're not in college, go get a skill. Screw this McDonald's crap. Go get a skill, and I mean get a real skill. Go down to the union hall and say, test me for anything, I'll join it. And if you have to go to, and if you are smart about it, and the single women with the babies, with the boys, is he having trouble in school? Come 9th grade, put him in vocational school. Stop the stupid stuff about he needs the high school, vocational school. Boys like doing stuff with their hands. They can't be sitting. School is designed for women. Hello. Have you looked at a psychological book? Have you listened to a psychologist? Have you listened to these child psychology? School is designed for girls. Sit there, Johnny. Be quiet, John. That's girl stuff. And for all of you people that say, there's no difference between girl and boy, kill yourself. There is. There's a huge difference. We socialize girls from the very beginning to sit and be quiet. And girls have the temperament for it. Boys have hormones coursing through them that could probably kill horses. If you don't know this, go look up since you want to talk about some women's studies or African studies, why don't you do some child studies? You're killing boys. This is why boys are doing horrible in school, because it's designed for girls. They even said that when they tried to divide up the girls and the girls still rebelled against the boys. Oh, the boys are so loud. That's boys. They even fired a teacher for him taking the people out to have recess while taking them outside and teaching them. He said, I can't have these kids sticking up in class and they don't have recess at all at school. No recess at all. Oh my God. I did my schoolwork extra good because I loved recess so much. You got to go to recess early if you did well in school at my schools. This is when I was a baby boy. Okay. Now, so you determine 6th grade. Is my boy the studious type? If not, go get him a skill. There is nothing wrong with a blue-collar job. You can make $60,000, $100,000. All of those contract workers, all of those people make bank, and we need them. Those people we can't outsource. Those are not Mexican jobs. We're talking about real skilled labor. We're not talking about people, Juan, who just crossed the border. We're talking about 15 years on the job and then just getting your journeyman title or whatever title, clocking in $60 an hour. No college degree whatsoever. Anyway, let's moving on to determine college or not. If not, go get a skill. Screw this McDonald's stuff. Screw this. That's lazy. That's lazy. No, we don't have time for lazy. Do you know we are in last place, even behind the Mexicans. We are in last place. We don't have time for this. None of this lazy stuff. Let's go to the McDonald's. Let's go work at a warehouse. None of that stuff. Skilled labor. And I'm not talking about go be a medical assistant or nothing, no crap like that they hand out to anybody. I'm talking about skill, a real life skill. All right. Beating that dead horse. Now, should a college graduate marry a non-college graduate? That was a question put to me. Now, I immediately responded with, when I think of a question, I think of about 25 approaches to the answer, because that's how I think. I don't think in this, if you don't like homosexuals, that must mean you hate them. No, there is 25 different things. Humans are not black and white. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry to tell you black people. I'm sorry to tell you white people. I'm sorry to tell you all the other people in between. All the octoroons, the sextoroons, the halves, and the quadrants, and the quadroons, and the dragoons. There are 25 approaches. Life is not black and white. Life is not black and white. I don't know why you listen to politicians tell you that life is black and no. And as far as homosexuality is concerned, there's no two people who approached homosexuality in the same exact way. There's people say, we were born this way. Johnny wasn't born that way. He never even thought about it. He had a traumatic event and now he's a homosexual. Yes, it happens. Trauma does happen. Yes, it happens. And don't deny it. And can they be delivered from it? Yes. Just like you can be delivered from PTSD. You don't have to live with PTSD for the rest of your life. You can get over it. You can be brought out of it. Now, can a college person marry a non-college person? So I'm going to just give you just about 2 answers to that. So the Bible says, now I know about half the audience goes, oh, I'm clicking off of this. No, there's stuff in the Bible that's practical, common sense. This is common sense. Now, the Media tries to tell you that, oh, opposites attract. Opposites attract? So the murderer is attracted to the angel and the angel is attracted to the murderer? No, I don't think so. Because that's what opposites mean, right? Man and woman are yin and yang. They're not disassociated. We're not talking about elephants marrying snakes. We're talking about a man marrying a woman. They're the same thing. So this whole opposites attract is a lie. And if you dissect the whole thing of, well, I am attracted to a bad boy. No, you're attracted to something else that he does that you also do, or you would like to do, or you have always wanted to do. You just weren't honest with yourself. So you're not attracted to somebody opposite. The Bible says, and Shakaama says, and Ben Franklin says, Ben Franklin was a whore. You should be equally yoked. What does equally yoked means? That you should have in common stuff with each other. Now, what does in common actually mean? Does it mean that both of you should have a college degree? And here's my answer. For some people, yes. And for some people, no. In common, and for the pickup artists, and any times that you listen to a pickup artist or somebody trying to tell you how to score a chick, what's the first thing they say? Find something in common with the chick. Oh, there it is again. Find something in common with the chick, hit her with it, and then there you go. And then keep finding stuff in common with the chick. You'll end up married one day. Sorry, I'm not a MGTOW, so MGTOW people, sorry, this is not a discussion for you. Now, so you have to find something in common. However, there are people like me in the world who can dissect something and say, oh, I actually do. We do have that in common. It's just at this level over here. It's over in this room. It's over in this corner. So the person was asking or saying that they meet these people and it's like, well, I have a college degree. You just wouldn't understand. I have a college degree and you don't. Really, you shouldn't be in this conversation. So I said, for some people, only college degree, yes, those two should be together because they can't even comprehend that the other person is still intelligent, is still smart, is still brilliant. They can't even fathom it. The thought wouldn't cross their mind. Now for me, yes, I have a college degree and I have a lot of schooling. I've never in my life said, hi, how are you doing? Do you have a college degree so that we can converse intelligently? No. In fact, people are drawn to me of all walks of life. I've conversed with kings, princes, presidents, queens, ambassadors. Now, do I expect everybody to be a king, queen, ambassador, president? No. When you meet all of that and you find out that they're just people, then the rest of the population seems just as common as they are. I use the word peasant a lot. I say we're all peasants. And that means even the CEO. I've made a video where I said Ted Turner is an idiot. He might be rich, but he's an idiot. A lot of people are struck by money. I'm not struck by money. I've met people. I lived in money. I'm not struck by money at all. It does not do anything for me. Same thing with a college degree. It does nothing for me. What? So what? Technically, I'm using my college degree, but I'm not using my college degree, right? I'm sitting here talking to you. I haven't been published. I've written stuff, but I haven't been published. First of all, money doesn't even matter to me. And a lot of people equate college with being successful. Like the person said, the college, they see it as a badge of honor. I have a college degree. Yeah, I've met some brilliant people, millionaires, super billionaires, not a college degree whatsoever. Well, they inherited it. No, there are people who have lived in their cars, millionaires, billionaires, not a college degree to speak of. They were go-getters. Now, are you so short-sighted as to completely throw away? And here's the problem. I keep saying that the media tells you, oh, the people with a college degree, they make $4 million more over their lifespan than somebody without a college degree, but they don't tell you how they did this. Oh, they don't tell you who's doing this. If you have bartenders with a college degree, they are not making any more than the bartender next to them without the college degree, are they? No. So obviously the statement has to be qualified. The people with the damn science and engineering degrees who make $150,000 a year. Those are the people that they're talking about. But they don't tell you that. They just say, sign up for college. Oh, you want to do women's studies? Sign right up. No, I tell you no. I said, no, don't go to that. No, don't even go to the class. Don't even take not one class, not even an elective. Go read a book. You go over to the engineering school, and that's where you're going to stay for the next 4 or 5 years. That's what I would tell you. Now, there are people who are so short-sighted that they get all caught up in this stuff. Well, for somebody who's been there, who's been to the mountaintops, who's been to the pinnacle of success, maids, butlers, chauffeurs, what have you, that doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter to me. You have a college degree, good for you. And I do. I detect this off of people. It oozes off the people. I know you've met the person. They go, oh, hi, how you doing? Oh, yes, I have a Bachelor of Science. Okay. I was simply asking for extra fries with that. If you got that joke. I have an MBA. I started my own. Okay. All right. Are you going to come work for me or not? Right? They've said that the C average students hire the A students. They've told you that life does not work like people think it works. So you have to determine the personality of the person that you're dealing with. Should you date a person without a college degree if you have a college degree? If you have the personality to understand and determine that that person is just as smart as you, and number 2, you're okay with it, that's fine. Now, what can happen? You can have a person with a college degree, and although on the surface they seem okay, they can feel shortchanged that they're not dating a person with a college degree. They can feel put upon. Oh, I'm settling for less. That's the person you don't want to be around. That's the person you don't need to. And if that's the person, they're going to feel that way their entire life. I'm sure you've seen, I don't know if it was Married with Children or one of those shows where the wife said, well, Mom never liked you. She said I should have married Joe. Joe now is the owner of the car dealership. And the guy goes, yeah, and I'm the mechanic. So what? What is that? If that's the case, then go live on the hill with Joe. Vaya con Dios. You know, you can't live with such a person. You need to determine this straight off when you start a relationship with somebody like that. Determine it right from the get-go. So many people don't want to ask the hard questions. I asked 20 questions. On my first date, I asked 20 questions. And if the person doesn't answer, first of all, if the person doesn't want to answer the 20 questions, there's no second date. And if they answer the 20 questions wrong, there's no second date. Do I care? No. Why? Because I can get a girl anytime I want to. Can I get a girl anytime I want to? No, but I feel I can get a girl anytime I want to. Realistically, I don't think I can. Even if I wore the best clothes in town and walked out on the street, I don't think I could, because I don't, First of all, I wouldn't want a girl who would just come up to me like, oh my God, you look hot. Let's go on a date. Are Are you a whore? How many diseases do you have? Right? You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't want a girl who would just date me right off the bat anyway, right? I'm a little bit more highfalutin, but I have the attitude that I could get a girl anytime I wanted to. So I am not hung up on a single person. You women, you shouldn't be that. You should also be like me. And you men, you should also be like me. I have had so many friends in miserable relationships, and they were not bad looking guys. I'm shallow. I don't hang around ugly guys. I don't hang around ugly people. Yes, I know this about myself. I just cannot bring myself to do it. And some of you might have seen my videos and be like, dude, that's an ugly guy. Well, when I get dressed up, when I get cleaned up, people are like, oh my God, is that you? What the hell? Yeah, are you wearing makeup? Or why is your skin so flawless? Oh my God. Yeah, that's me. I've had employers say the same thing. As crazy as that sounds. Yes. You should not be in a relationship that is terrible for you. And if a college degree is the source, no matter how small, I don't care if you like fishing and she doesn't like fishing or he doesn't like fishing. If that's a source of complaint, you shouldn't be with that person. You should be equally yoked. Now, does equally yoked mean you both should have a college degree? If that's the personality of the person, yes, you should both have a college degree. If that's going to eliminate your feelings of settling for less, then yes, you go find yourself a person with a college degree. But if the person can accept the other person without a college degree, you are equally yoked. It's all about the personality, and it's all about everything else in life. If the person can settle, or not settle, but if the person can understand that the other person has value in that thing, there might be guys who play video games. You hear this on the news all the time. Oh, women hate guys who play video games. And they always show the girl who goes, why do you always play video games? There are girls who will sit with their boyfriends or husbands, read magazines while he's playing his video games. What's going on? She's appreciative of his company. He's not annoyed by her. She's not annoyed by him. They are doing just fine. She even might snuggle up to him. That's fine. That's fine. Not everybody's the same. This whole black and white stuff has got to go. Not everybody who dislikes something about you hates you. Not everybody who likes something about you loves you. We all have different aspects to our personalities. Now, I play video games. If you don't like me playing video games, there's trouble. We can't have a relationship. And it'll be just bye. No second date. Thank you for watching the Shakaama Live Show.